Hey guys, Adam Perry here with TrueDFS, and I am going to go over today's 7-game NHL DFS slate. Before I do, I will get it out of the way. Like and subscribe. It helps us out. You get access to everything on the channel. That's Sheets' shows, Bobby Fye shows, Brandon Cruz's shows, and everything they do together. So there's a lot of stuff that you won't want to miss. But we'll go over today's slate. We got kind of a weird schedule with the 7 games today and then only 1 game tomorrow. And then we're back with, like, before Thanksgiving, 15 games on Wednesday. So we'll try and do something more for that. But let's kind of get started. I haven't looked at the slate. We'll do what we always do, which is start with the news. I don't know exactly what we have coming up, but it looks like there's little things here and there. Cody Glass back. We'll play versus the Red Wings. That's tonight, right? Red Wings tonight. Yep. Jersey and Red Wings. Colton White will return to the lineup. Brett Pesky is not going to play. Injury updates, Cernak and Point are both out tonight for the Bolts. Okay, worth noting. So we could already just say, okay, Point's out, who's in? What do their lines look like? We got a question mark on Kucherov, so we'll read further. Here's what the power play 1 looks like. And that's assuming Kucherov plays. No definitive update on Point, but I assume Kucherov's playing because it doesn't say anything here. Russ not practicing. Trocheck, game time decision. Okay, so you're going to have to watch Trocheck. Nick Dowd still out there. Okay. Doesn't seem likely to play, though. Marchenko, hobbled off in pain during morning skates. Columbus is on the slate, so there's a lot of news. There's a lot of stuff you're going to have to look out for coming up on today's slate, so keep that all in mind. Take a look at lines, too, throughout the day as teams practice, especially as they practice these power play units, special teams. So it looks like we got a little bit here from Nashville. Brady Shea working on the flank is forward on the second unit. Hollow would take his spot if they needed a face-off. Okay. Pens lines. Predators regular even strength lines. So all stuff you want to note, and plenty of news to look out for on today's slate. But with that in mind, let's just assume we know everything now. We have our projections. We're going to do like this little build by hand. Why do we do it when we're going to build with SaberSim later? Well, it's given us a good idea of where chalk's going to hit and what's kind of getting over-owned. We've seen consistently that what pops up here tends to pop up for everyone and gets played a lot, especially in the small field stuff. So that's been kind of one reason to do it. The other reason people always ask about it, and there are still people hand building, and we have fun doing it. And so we're going to just take the projections and kind of build one by hand. What I like to do, I learned this from Sheets, is we see who's bunching up. So you see Washington's correlating well and bunching up. Jersey's kind of bunching up. So let's see what you could do with Washington. Like, let's say we wanted to get in the power play. Is it feasible? Ovechkin's always nice because he plays on power play 1 and power play 2. Gets the full time. And then I think it's Riley Leonard. Now, the one problem is they're not correlated on even strength. Let's see who's looking like the top goalie. Whoops. Let's go by position here. Kemper looking good. You got these 2 late night games that are like, okay, real life games, especially Utah, Vegas, and always these kind of lower scoring teams. So we'll see if they get owned. So let's put in Darcy Kemper. And then let's see if we could correlate either someone else from Washington or someone from the Kings that's popping up. So Kempe looks pretty good. Fiala looks pretty good. So let's say we wanted to play Adrian Kempe. See if there's a point per dollar Kings guy or Washington guy we don't have. Kings not looking great point per dollar. Nick Paul's going to really stand out on Power Play 1, huh? Is a great point per dollar play. So let's just see if we get him in. Then we have 6,100. You can get like a Sanderson. No, we have Kemper. You get like an Aaron Fox. Is it Aaron Fox or Adam Fox? Adam Fox. A lot of solid guys. Sergachev. Oh, here we could go Carlson and just have the full correlation. That means we can get up to Logan Thompson. This looks nice. We can get up to 7K. Is there anyone better? Yeah, you can get like a Philippe Forsberg. Jesper Bratt's going to project really well. So there's a lot you could do with Washington. I imagine they're going to be highly owned. We could see with Jersey if we wanted to get them in. And you don't have to play the power plays. I mean, it's not – I'm not saying it's better. I'm just familiar with them. I think it's Meyer and then Hamilton. So we'll throw Dougie in. Let's just say we correlated with Markstrom. You could go like Nemec, who's projecting well point per dollar. Then you can go back to that Kempe thing. Or you can go with Paul. And you get like, well, we can go higher in here. You can get like a Kucherov if you want. And then throw in anyone. Forsling solid. Drysdale, I don't know about. Brady Skay getting some power play time. Doesn't look bad. Fairvey does stuff. Severson. So, McNabb was projecting well point per dollar. So you can get like a McNabb in there. I shouldn't show a full lineup. My bad. But, a lot you could do with Jersey and Washington today. They are good plays. They're going to be highly owned, but it is worth noting. So now let's build using SaberSim, and let's just go ahead and build for, I don't know what to call the flagship, if it's the poke check or the $20, but let's put Goldie's stuff in and build lineups. I'm going to take out all these uncorrelated lineups. I don't see how we're going to play them and why we should have them in our pool. I mean, some of them are going to come up as plus EV, but so many aren't. And we only get to build 5,000 lineups. So I'm much more comfortable building 4-3s and above because we're going to get many more candidate lineups than we would otherwise. Many, many more candidate lineups in our pool of 5,000. If we could build 20,000 like sheets, then maybe. And while we're getting to the building, here I'm using SaberSim, running play-by-play sims, Monte Carlo simulations of the game, where this event, this event, this event, this event, and adds probabilities on each event. You could get access to SaberSim and Goldie's projections that we're using, Sheets' projections. You can get the premium Discord, the Pater tools for DFS and for betting, all for like $20 more than it would just cost you for SaberSim alone. So the price is right. It's like 3 sites in one. It's like a really, really strong deal. I highly recommend it. Check us out, TrueDFS.com. We've got you covered with so much stuff. I don't think there's a more robust package in the industry. So I'm going to build for 150 max and see what we get to. So let's get 150 on, and then we'll see what we get to. We'll diversify our portfolio. SaberSim does that for you in really smart ways. So we could play for the long run and the long haul. Have my exposures coming. All right. Let's see what our portfolio looks like for 150 max today. There you see these jerseys, Paul, Chikrin from Washington. Looks like Rangers we're going to get to quite a bit. Let's see goalie if it's Kemper. It's not. We're really spread out at goalie. Stacks-wise, Washington, Jersey, no surprises there. In terms of like big stacks, you get some Vegas in there, some Florida, but a lot of Washington and Jersey. Not as many of the Onslaught jerseys. The four-mans, you get some Rangers in there in a pretty decent spot against St. Louis. And then players-wise, it's all those guys. But look at how nice and spread out we are. No one over 30%. That's Timo Meyer. Then at 27 to 25%, but it's really spread out in 150. Getting access to a lot of spots. It's going to be a fun slate. So, yeah, we took a look at the news. You got to keep monitoring that. There's a lot of stuff to keep an eye on today. We did a little hand building to get an idea for where these chalky spots are. We ended up pretty spot on that because where we went ended up being our three top kind of guys and stacks. And Washington and Jersey looking good. The smaller the contest you're in, the more you could play of them. The bigger the contest, the high ROI spots are going to be leveraging off of them, but you're still, if you're building a portfolio, you're going to want a healthy dose. What's up, D-Gen? Bowman Prop Day, that's right. Get those anytime goals with the 3 total at Utah. Is he still on 2 goals, or has he got any more? We'll find out. Hopefully more. Hopefully tonight. D-Gen loving the Bowman props. So with that, I am going to get out of here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's hope we're celebrating a takedown.